I'm going to do an insight video today. Again, I'm going to follow the same sort of theme, very much around like the higher self and the connection around the higher self, the union of it, how we start to daily sort of develop and build that union from the soul to the higher self, and how this then directly connects to the oneness vibration, the source energy of source light creation, the energy of source light creation, and how this brings light, wisdom, understanding, consciousness to you as an individual being, but how it connects you to the infinite beings, and how it connects you to all beings and all souls. The higher self is the gateway to the oneness vibration and source light creation, and each and every being, each and every one of us, are here to develop that connection, develop that channel, and open that channel to once again create the highest vision of light and energy, in this plane of existence, in our own journey, but also to connect to the infinite realities, the infinite dimensions, to open up to the infinite beings that are around, supporting us and guiding us and bringing us information and wisdom for this age of evolution, for this time of evolution. And the higher self works as an open sort of channel for that. The soul and the higher self work in perfect union, the perfect two halves of like the perfect whole. And when we start to sort of like unify the soul with the higher self, so the soul is like the vibration, the frequency that each and every one of us brings down here, and we express the soul's vibration frequency in this reality, in this realm. And the higher self is the open aspect of self that allows us to connect to the infinite sort of being, the infinite oneness vibration, and the infinite source light creation. And this is why it's important to develop the higher self aspect of our spiritual sort of self, because the more we do this, the more we can then once again be open as open channels. And I said before, this has very much happened in the times of like Lemuria and Atlantis, and people talk about Andromeda, they talk about Lyra, this kind of time where these other beings of different realities and different frequencies are connecting directly with us. And the higher self is the aspect of self that allows us to be part of the infinite, allows us to connect to the divine oneness, the divine source light creation of all beings. And it also allows us to connect to the infinite consciousness, the infinite consciousness of different realities and different dimensions. And each and every one of us, within our soul, we bring down a soul vibration, a soul frequency, one for our reality, our journey, but also we bring the soul vibration, the soul frequency to this planet, to this plane, to shift and change. And it's part of the higher vision, the higher spiritual evolution, the higher spiritual vision, which is what this time's about. And this is why many of us are sort of like awakening, many of us are starting to connect directly into that ascension process, which is again the process of beingness. And beingness is the process of being open to the oneness vibration and the infinite possibilities. Beingness connects directly to transmutation and transformation. And transmutation is the process of evolving and becoming highly more spiritually aware, spiritually conscious, and then what that allows us to do, beingness, is then the sort of the process of aligning these higher frequencies, these higher vibrations that allow us to once again step into the infinite vibrations, the infinite frequencies of the oneness vibration and the source light creation. And each and every one of us are connecting into that, and we're aligning with it. And when we start to do that, we're bringing online, and we're bringing once again back into presence and back into the eternal moment. And the eternal moment, I've talked about this before, is the oneness vibration, the oneness frequency, where we're in the moment of pure creation, of pure vibration, of pure frequency of light and energy, and where we're able to once again create and manifest this vision, this higher vision. And it's directly connected again with the higher self, because the higher self holds the vibration for this higher vision, and it works as an open channel that allows the oneness vibration and source light creation to flow into the higher self, which then directly connects to the soul vibration, the soul frequency, which connects and activates a higher light vibration within our light bodies and our energetic bodies, and it allows us then to express our spiritual sort of truth and wisdom in this reality. And it also connects us, like I said, to the infinite realities. And what's happening at the moment is with the consciousness and the frequencies changing, and the fact that we're integrating now and we're connecting to our higher selves, we're becoming open channels to receive that oneness vibration, which is again this vision of many realities, many dimensions of universal teachers, guides, masters that are working with us. And when we start to open up to it, then what we start to do is then we receive it, we integrate it, and then we start to express it. It flows in, and it's the infinite flow again of the I've talked about this golden circle, this golden eight, the eternal symbol, and what that is the natural flow of the universe. It's the rhythm again, the universal rhythm that brings this evolution, this growth, this understanding, this expression, where we start to live in a more spiritual way. We dissolve the lower frequencies, the lower vibrations that do not serve us, and what we're left with is this higher vision, this higher vibration, this higher frequency that we express, and then we create more spiritual reality and more spiritual more spiritual reality. And this is what this time's about, and this is what's happening for many of us, that we're starting to do, starting to move into. I keep talking about this time. We had they were talking about the 12-12 portal, and they talk about these new frequencies, these new vibrations coming down. And this time's really important, because what we're doing is we're shedding, we're releasing, we're releasing these old patterns, these old frequencies, to allow this new higher consciousness, again this new higher vision, to come in and to be expressed through us, so we can start to again express this different vision for the new year, but also for the new age as we start to move into the new year. Everything is new, everything is about rebirth, everything is about transmutation. And again, transmutation is like rebirth. Transmutation, for me, is very much like when you talk about the spirit world and you talk about being light and energy and you move over. Transmutation is going to a different state of being, and beingness has many levels. Again, it has many infinite vibrational frequencies of the oneness vibration and the reflection of source light creation. And beingness is it's the process of moving through different states of vibration and frequency, and it aligns us with different states of consciousness. As we move through beingness and transmutation, what we do is we express light, energy and consciousness in a different way, and that shifts and changes our understanding, our awareness, so then we can apply wisdom, spiritual principles into this reality and into our own journey, our own life. And this is what the higher self does as well. It gives us the insight, the awareness of to express a new way of being in this physical reality. And this is the shifting from like the different dimensional realities as well. When people talk about third dimension, and I've talked about fifth dimension before in these sort of these videos before, and fifth dimension to me is like heaven on earth. It's the union of the spirit, or the infinite sort of oneness vibration, and the physical reality. It's unifying, it's integrating, it's unifying, it's bringing the union. Everything is about union, everything is about harmony. All spiritual masters, all angelic presence will tell you about that, will give you the insights and the impressions of that everything is about union, and the oneness vibration and source light creation works in perfect harmony. It needs to be a perfect flow, perfect expression of like receiving and like flowing in and expressing, And this is again what that internal eight, the infinite eternal eight symbol is very much around that. The golden symbol of it very much is around sort of expressing, sort of like receiving and expressing, that natural flow. And again, this is the universal law of rhythm, the natural flow of growth and evolution, and the universal law works in that way. It's working in direct sort of like connection with the infinite masters of teachers and universal guides that are bringing wisdom and consciousness to this age, and each and every one of us are a channel of it. So we're receiving it, then we're expressing it. And the universal law of rhythm is very much around that. It also connects to the universal law of action, which is about insight, receiving the insight, the wisdom, the higher awareness, and then expressing it. Again, universal law of oneness, vibration, frequency. Universal law of correspondence is very much around this as well. You've got the universal law of transmutation, transformation, again, which I'm talking about. And the universal laws are a direct sort of teachings and a direct guide, that they guide you through spiritual practice and spiritual beingness, which is what this time's about. Beingness is such an important but such an infinite expression of vibration and frequency. Beingness is infinite. It's again like the oneness vibration. Beingness is directly connected to the eternal moment, and the eternal moment is light, energy, vibration, frequency that we are in and we connect to, and then we express. So when we're in, again, it's the universal law of correspondence as well, which talks about being in your light, your energy, your I am presence. And when you're in that I am presence, then you're in a total a perfect moment where you can create and manifest. And again, it directly connects to the universal law of attraction and action as well. All these kind of sort of like universal laws are interlinked, but they're all part of like the oneness vibration, the oneness frequency. And you start to see, as you go into deeper awareness and deeper consciousness and deeper understanding and higher awareness, that you start to understand that nothing's separate, everything is interconnected, everything is perfectly unified. The disconnection comes when we're not aligned, we're not unified, and this is what this time's about. And this is why the soul's coming online, the soul expression and the higher self expression, and then moving to the oneness vibration and source light creation. It's this perfect flow. And this is what these time, and that's why that's why I'm talking about like the eternal moment and the eternal figure, the eternal sort of number of 8, which is this eternal sort of like flow of the universe. It just keeps going around and around and around. It's the eternal moment, the eternal vibration, the eternal frequency. And this is the expression. This is the awakening. The ascension process is awakening to that beingness, that eternal moment and the eternal expression, and knowing that everything is like transient, that we can move through anything, we can create and manifest. And this is like the direct sort of vibration of source light creation, but also oneness vibration, that we're always connected, and in any moment, any time, we can express, change, release, transform and transmutate to different states of being in this moment, in this time. So there is, and there's no tomorrow, there's no future, there's no past, there's just now. And again, this connects to Eckhart Tolle's teachings of the power of now. We all receive and interpret things differently. Yeah. So Eckhart Tolle will tell you about what his expression of the power of now is. But for me, that's how it directly connects to the oneness vibration, the oneness frequency, and sort of beingness. These are all sort of like terms, but they're all part of the same eternal moment, and each and every one of us are direct channels of that expression, and with the unity and the unit how it's unifying, the union of the soul and the higher self, and like I've talked about, this diamond consciousness, which is the union again, and all of it is sort of like directly connecting to this new expression, this new vibration, this new frequencies, and all of us are starting to activate these light frequencies, these light vibrations in each and every one of our beingness, as we start to express and move into the new age and the higher vision. And that's the insight for today.